Hey there. So today I'm going to talk about trichotillomania. First of all, I guess for those who do not know what it is, I should give a little description. Trichotillomania is defined as a disorder that involves recurrent, irresistible urges to pull out your own hair. And it doesn't matter what part of the hair it is, like what part of your body it is. It could be your head, your eyebrows, your eyelashes, your arm, anywhere. So trichotillomania is something I have dealt with for a very long time. It's not fun. But I deal with it every day, and it's been a struggle for very many years. One thing that is very difficult about it is the amount of people that do not know what it is or don't really understand it because they don't have it. And you know, there's like a lot of people talk about anxiety, depression, OCD, but those are like the ones that are like very, you know, talked about throughout the media. What we don't hear a lot about is BFRBs, which are body-focused, BRFBs? Body-focused repetitive behaviors. BFRBs, okay. So they're inside that little term. It includes dermatillomania and trichotillomania. I personally have trichotillomania, the hair pulling, and then dermatillomania, is skin picking. So, like I was about to say, not many people understand what it's like to have this, and they don't understand what it's like to have this disorder that's categorized inside of an OCD disorder, where you obsessively and compulsively pull your hair. And the feeling is when you see imperfection in your hair, like when you just take a shower or straighten your hair and you see those little, like, you know, those little hairs, or you see like a thick hair in your eyebrow, or any coarse and frizzy hairs anywhere. Sometimes it's just the eyelashes and those don't necessarily frizz, and maybe it's just random eyebrows, but it's pulling those out because they bother you. And sometimes maybe it's just subconsciously, and then maybe when they start growing back, they start feeling weird. They start feeling thick, and you don't like it when they first pop back out and like are growing, because it feels weird, and they feel thick. And this is something I have dealt with for many years, like I said, and like when I was a freshman in high school, I had pulled out all of my eyebrows. I was eyebrowless, and it took me maybe a year to grow them back, just because I was so focused on pulling those eyebrows that were growing back. And I had to constantly wear makeup on my eyebrows so I wouldn't feel completely subconscious about it, and so that people wouldn't notice as much. So it's very difficult to hide something like that, and I feel constantly embarrassed by something you can't control, like fully. There are ways to control this disorder, but when you're young, it's very, very, very hard to manage this, because you don't have the right tools, you don't have the experience with it. And what I do is I play with fidgets, all sorts of fidgets with I mean, it's unbelievable how many different kinds of fidgets there are with different sensory intakes with each of them. So like some are auditory and they're very like they're a little noisy, and some are very quiet but like playful, like this one. And this is like a little thing too that's a acupuncture ring. I have a lot of fidgets, all for different sensory needs, and these help me a lot of the time to keep my hands busy. And what I see it as is a redirection of the energy that you feel towards pulling your hair, and instead just replacing it with, or replacing those compulsions with other things that are not harmful to your body. Now, one thing that not many people know about me is that I had no eyebrows at one point. But I didn't have any eyebrows my freshman year, and I already said this, but I'm saying it again because it's part of who I am. I had no eyebrows at one point, and now I pick a lot, instead of from my eyebrows, I pick a lot from the top of my head, where the part is, and it's, like I mentioned, like any frizzy or coarse or thick hairs, and I feel around for those, and those ones bug me so much, and I need to pull them right away, or else I feel like this like tingly sensation that, and like I'm kind of itchy, and I'm kind of like wiggly because I'm like, oh gosh, if I don't do it. But I am now, for the first time in like over a year, I have not pulled my hair in 4 days, almost 5 days, and it's pretty incredible how hard and easy it is. No, easy is not the right word, okay? Easy is definitely not the right word. It gets easier the more days it goes on. The hardest part is the beginning and keeping yourself from not pulling. The times where I pull the most is when I am in my room alone, or just have a lot of downtime and very tired, very anxious. Maybe I'm thinking about things. Maybe I'm looking in the mirror in the bathroom. Maybe I'm looking in the mirror in my room and I see those hairs that annoy me, or I'm just, like I said, couch or on my bed and I feel the hairs. And it's a very sensory orientated, if that's the right word, stimulation, I think, more. At the end of my fingers is where I feel like the hairs, and it's very hard if I touch my hair to not pull. So the last 4 days have been very hard to not pull, but I've done it. And what I've done is every day that I don't pull, I put a smiley face sticker on a calendar, and I think that helps motivate me a little bit with it, because I like to get a little smiley face at the end of each day, so that's fun. And what I also love is having lots of fidgets to occupy my hands. That helps me. But also it's just reminding yourself that you need to be that you need to be gentle with yourself at the end of the day, and that you're doing the best you can. So if you relapse, if I relapse, it's not the end of the world. You can start again the next day, or right after your pulling spree. It's not the end of the world if you relapse. It feels like it, but it's not. And it's definitely hard to manage this disorder. It's obviously not the easiest disorder, but none of them are, honestly. This one's just difficult in my world for the reasons that it's embarrassing to me at times, and it's not easy to talk about, and it can be a joke to some people. A lot of people don't understand, and they say the wrong things, or they don't know what to say, and that's okay. They're misinformed. They just don't understand, and at the end of the day, their opinion doesn't matter, and it shouldn't affect how you feel, because their opinion is not your opinion. And your opinion may vary. Mine is that it's something I have to deal with every day, and if someone makes fun of it or doesn't know what to say about it, that's just because they're misinformed and they don't know about it. I don't know what else to say about that, but anyways, this is not the easiest thing to talk about for me, face to camera, but I have been trying to sit down and take a video for a while about this, but I'm excited to share this video, kind of. I do have some, questions. I would like to know if you have trichotillomania, what you do to not do it, or, I have some questions about, this is my question, if, you have any cool, good, helpful sites that have to do with, what is it? Like a group, group therapy? Where you can talk to people online about what you're dealing with trichotillomania, specifically. Yeah, I would like to know more sites or whatever, if you found one that have to do with that. What else? Well, I started taking medication for the anxiety part of trichotillomania last year. It's Zoloft, and I don't know if it really helps me with the trichotillomania, but it helps me with my anxiety, so that's good. And then I do go to counseling. I've gone to counseling for almost 2 years now. And I think that helps too, to have someone to talk to about it. And I do recommend counseling, as long as you can find the right person. If someone makes you feel down, or misunderstood, or just not good at the end of the session, probably not the right fit. I haven't had that experience, but you might, so you might just want to know that that's a possibility, and you would just probably need another try at counseling with a different person, which is fine. And it's fine to go to counseling. It's totally cool. And it's helpful to talk to people about what you're going through. Anyways, I think I'm gonna maybe show a few fidgets and then finish the video up. By the way, yes, this is a Christmas tree still up. And here's my bookshelf and my DVDs. Okay, so one fidget that's very popular in the Trichotillomania STEM toy world is a tangle. I have this one and another purple one that's like kind of textured. So these just, you can go like that, and you can wrap it around your finger and all kinds of stuff. I have noise putty. I have just one of those ball thingies. I have one of those clicks. I like the noise. This one looks like a little game thing. It's called the fidget pad. This is like a little bubbly thing. This one's kind of funny. I of course have the fidget cube. That one's pretty popular. Ziggy pasta. And one of these guys. It's just it just keeps folding and folding and folding and folding. And then this one has a marble in it, and you just do that. Anyways, that's not all my fidgets, but that's some of my favorite ones. Well, that's like 1/3 of my favorite ones. Anyways, I hope you liked the video, and I hope you comment if you have any questions about Trick. And I hope you have a really nice day, and just remember to be gentle with yourself, and remember that you're doing the best that you can, okay? Okay, thank you. Bye.